In the crucible of battle, where heroes rise and empires fall, the fate of worlds hangs in the balance. Welcome to the front line of warfare in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead, as we take a look at battle tactics and commands. Let's go! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Miniatures Tavern. My name is Watts, and today we're going to be looking at the article that dropped yesterday, May 2nd, on Warhammer Community about scoring battle tactics and issuing powerful commands as the flow of battle twists and turns in Spearhead. Spearhead, in case you haven't heard, is the fast, tactically deep, and incredibly Moorish new game mode coming to Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We've covered what the game is, how Spearhead boxes are balanced, and how your army rules and war scrolls will work. Now it's time to delve into how you'll score battle tactics and issue commands in Spearhead games, and unveil some of the twists you'll need to contend with to secure victory. Scrolling down on the article, you'll see that they have some pictures of some different spearheads or different armies that they're going to be able to come up with. Like, we got Lumineth Realm Lords, we got Disciples of Zeech, Ogar Maul tribes, Daughters of Cain, and Asiarch Bone Reapers. Let's take a look at battle tactics and commands. Scoring in Spearhead is simple. At the end of their turn, a player scores 1 victory point for holding an objective, 1 for holding 2 or more objectives, and 1 for holding more objectives than their opponent, and 1 for each battle tactic scored. Because Spearhead doesn't use any advanced rule modules, including the battle tactics or command modules, you'll instead use a unique deck of battle tactic cards. This is where it gets really interesting. So each player gets a deck of 12 cards, and at the start of each battle round, you'll draw 3 battle tactic cards. At the start of each subsequent battle round, you can discard any number of cards face up before drawing back up to 3, with one important distinction we'll get to later. So each player is going to get 12 cards. At the start of each battle round, you're going to draw 3. You can discard any cards at the start of subsequent battle rounds, and then you can draw up to the number of 3. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Every card gives you the choice between scoring a battle tactic or using a powerful command. So you gotta choose. This turns each card into a delectable tactical choice. Will you use a command that can help you score objectives, enhance your forces, and put your opponent to the sword? Or will you attempt to secure victory by completing a battle tactic instead? You can score all 3 battle tactics in your hand in a single turn, but as soon as you use the command or score that tactic, the card is discarded. So let's take a look at some examples. The first examples we have is battle tactic Take the Flanks. Surround the enemy before you close in for the kill. You complete this battle tactic at the end of your turn if there are any friendly units within 3 inches of each short battlefield edge. You're going to score that battle tactic. You're going to pick up that point. Or you could choose this card and issue a command during the enemy movement phase. Redeploy. Pick a friendly unit that is not in combat to use this ability. The effect is that unit can move up to D6. That unit cannot move into combat during any part of that move. So it's going to force you to choose whether you want to score points or whether you want to buff your units up. Let's look at the other card, the Dracoith Dais. You complete this battle tactic if you control the Dracothian objective at the end of your turn. That's the battle tactic. Here's the command. This is a reaction, and you use this in the opponent declared a shoot ability. Go to ground. A friendly unit targeted by that shoot ability, that's who you could put it on, and then the effect is until the end of the phase, only unmodified hit rolls of 6 successfully hit for attacks that target that unit. However, that target has strike last this turn. Pretty meaty, pretty juicy. I really like the dynamics at work here. I like the dynamics at play. You're going to get 3 of these cards per turn. And they're going to force you whether you want to score the point or whether you want to take a stand and buff your unit. So this really adds a whole nother dimension to this play mode, to to Spearhead. So I like it. I really like this. It's got tons of potential. Like I said in the last video, they're setting this up to be very theme heavy, very thematic, like you're playing a story, not just playing a game. I really like that, and I like the simplicity of it for new players coming into the space. Pretty straightforward. You can either take the battle tactic and try to score points, or you could take the command and buff your army. Different, but I like it. I'm here for it. I like it. And the article goes on to give you another example. Take the flanks will reward you with victory points if you rush out to seize the board edges, but the same card offers the redeploy command, which lets you reposition one of your units in response to your opponent's maneuvering. Will you score, take the flanks at the end of your turn, or hold on to your card so you can redeploy in the coming enemy movement phase? Some battle tactics require you to claim specific objectives on the Spearhead board, each of which are named after the god beasts of the mortal realms. You might be set up to snare the Dracothian Dais this turn or the next, but if your opponent has a shooting unit lined up, maybe holding onto the card for the go to ground command is the better choice. And then we have two more cards here. You have Raid is the battle tactic. You complete this battle tactic at the end of your turn if any friendly units are wholly within enemy territory and not in combat. Or you have the command. This is in the opponent declared an attack ability, Steel Defense. It can be used by a friendly unit targeted by that attack ability. Ignore the rend characteristic of attacks that target that unit this phase. The other one is Hold Ground, the battle tactic. You complete this battle tactic at the end of your turn if there are more friendly models contesting the large terrain feature in your territory than there are enemy models contesting it. Or you have the command. You can spend the command. In any combat phase, rise to the challenge. Pick a friendly hero to use this ability. Heal D6 on that hero. They are not making it easy. Wow. I really like that. It's totally situational. The way that the battle is going. I really like the depth where your actions are going to have immediate and long-term consequences for the battle that you're playing. I really like that. Your decisions are going to matter, and that's pretty cool. And then it just breaks it down. Do you want to raid your opponent's territory or keep that rend reducing Steel Defiance in your defense in your pocket? Hold ground or rise to the challenge. Every hand of 3 cards presents you with a platter of devious choices. With only 12 cards in the deck, you'll be able to quickly learn your options, and soon you'll be able to anticipate your opponent's moves and learn when to hold on to an all-important command. What's more, the abilities and battle tactics will quickly familiarize you with concepts you can find in full Warhammer Age of Sigmar games and will be instantly recognizable to veterans. Very nice. Now we get to another pretty cool mechanic, twists and underdogs. The priority role and underdog mechanics are both alive and well in Spearhead, adding more tactical layers to the game. Because Spearhead is a game of hard-fought, nail-biting battles with tense finishes, seizing the initiative from a priority role comes with a sting in the tail. You won't be able to draw any battle tactic cards unless you are the underdog, and the difference in victory points is 5 points or greater. Whoa. So here we go, seizing the initiative. If the player who went second in the previous battle round wins the priority role and chooses to go first, it's called seizing the initiative. When a player seizes the initiative, they do not draw any battle tactic cards for that battle round unless they are the underdog, and the difference in victory points between the two players is 5 or greater. So if you're losing, you're the underdog, and you're losing by more than 5 points, then you don't get the penalty. I believe you could still draw your tactical and command cards. However, if you take the double turn, you're not going to be able to draw the cards. That's going to not allow you to score battle tactics, and that could potentially keep you, I mean, it's going to keep you from getting those powerful commands to issue to your units. Love it. Love it. At the start of every battle round, you will also determine which player is the underdog, the person who is behind on victory points. Then you'll draw a twist card that will impact the battle in some way, providing a bonus for the underdog. There are 2 decks of 6 twist cards each, themed around Aquashay and Garan, sides of the Spearhead battlefield board. Nice. I know I just butchered those names. I apologize. Sorry. The verdant battlefields of Garin are filled with grasping vines that can ensnare your units, reducing their maneuverability. The bane of a cavalry heavy spearhead. On the other rounds, hard-bitten warriors can attempt to take the land back from their assailants and score extra victory points by securing terrain features. So here we have the 2 examples. The Gyron twist is grasping vines. The underdog picks an enemy unit on the battlefield. If there is no underdog, the players roll off and the winner picks an enemy unit on the battlefield. That unit is ensnared, and until the end of the battle round, half its move characteristic and roll 1 fewer dice when making a charge roll for that unit. And then the other twist is take the land. Each player scores 1 extra victory point at the end of their turn if there are more friendly models contesting the large terrain feature in enemy territory than there are enemy models contesting it. In addition, the underdog adds 1 to wound rolls for attacks made by friendly units that target a unit contesting a large terrain feature. So good. This is so good. These decisions really have weight in it. They really affect the flow of the game. They really give the underdog a chance to strategically play, to try to catch up. This kind of reminds me of the Gambit in 40K, you know what I mean? The Gambit cards. But this is good, man. This is good. Those who fight in Aquashay will need to be wary of Khorne's presence in the realm, as the Blood God's influence can encourage even the staunchest servants of order to let the blood flow. Fighting in the realm of fire can also mean contending with blazing elements and battlefields wreathed in smoke that obscure visibility. Here are 2 twists from the realm of Khorne. Let the blood flow. Each player scores 1 extra victory point at the end of their turn for each enemy unit destroyed in that turn. In addition, if one of the players is the underdog, that player picks 1 friendly unit on the battlefield to be frenzied. Add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by that unit this battle round. Also wreathed in smoke. The underdog picks 1 objective on the battlefield. If there is no underdog, the players roll off and the winner picks the objective. The objective is wreathed in smoke. Until the end of the battle round, only unmodified hit rolls of 6 successfully hit for attacks that target a unit contesting that objective. There you go. And then finally, to finish up, guys, each set of 6 twists ensures that battles are ever-changing tactical conundrums, requiring you to adapt around shifting battlefield conditions that help and hinder different spearheads depending on their composition. Thinking on your feet and responding to the ebb and flow of battle is paramount, and this means that spearhead games you play on your coffee table at home will offer some kind of tactical depth, heroic turnarounds, and epic moments as full-sized games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And then to end, they say they're going to have plenty more spearhead coverage over the coming weeks. And then today they released, we're going to find out what the narrative players can expect from the entirely revamped Path to Glory. That was a really good article, which features the core book for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So it looks like, I like this. I like it. I kind of wish, it seems like they're learning from the mistakes of Combat Patrol, where it's kind of like a two-dimensional game, you know, and you just kind of shoot and kill, and they're really trying to add immersion and ebb and flow and consequences and just kind of weave a story and a quick game. And I really like that. I think it's really good. I'm super excited for this. Well, guys, that's the end of the video. What do you think? Do you like what you're hearing so far about Spearhead? I'm pretty excited. I'm building the Cities of Sigmar Spearhead box. I'm working on that currently. And so hopefully when the rules drop and we get our boxes, we will be able to start bringing you guys some Spearhead battle reports. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for checking our video out. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you in the next video.